Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Take a look at our boy LR Kid Gohan. Many called him the least deserving anniversary LR ever. The worst pick for an anniversary LR ever. Broly, Chila, and Lemo are right there, man. Anniversary Lemo? Stop it. Stop it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and rainbow LR Kid Gohan here. Now, I know, oh my god, truth, here, da-da-da-da, with the dodge, he's so stupid, blah, blah, blah. Listen, right, listen. This Gohan and the Carnival Goku, these are defensive characters. That's what they are. Gohan, at least, can have some additionals. He could stack up his attack. His Great Ape can do damage. But I look at the value of these characters is their defense, right? It's like Gohan gets that 30% damage reduction after he does his 18 key, right? You know, he's able to stack defense. I think giving him a little bit of dodge to help a little bit could be a solid idea. So here we go. I was able to use one of the newer equips, right? Typically, INT characters can't put dodge in their bronze and silver slots, but the new chain battle equips are not type restricted, which is beautiful. So we were able to get up to 28 dodge. I felt like it was very valuable to still give Gohan the defensive buff, so I did give him one of the dodge plus defense gold extreme super battle road equips. So let's go ahead and test Gohan out. One thing to keep in mind is that this Gohan is sort of tailor-made to work with EZA LR Piccolo from the World Tournament. Makes sense since they're both Saiyan Saga. So this Gohan will look better after the World Tournament. I guess I can't guarantee we can even EZA LR Piccolo after one World Tournament, honestly, but we'll see what's going to happen, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's test out how good LR Kid Gohan here looks at rainbow level. Man, I will say that Orange Piccolo intro still does go very, very hard, huh? Alright, so this was not the showcase Gohan. We got the intro in the video here. My Gohan was in slot 7. Right now, it's not the easiest finding the INT Gohan friends, because, I mean, he is pretty fresh, right? People got to start getting them and using them and run them on the friends list and stuff like that, and then, you know, he'll start appearing from the dev friends. Now, real quick, I'm going to cut, and we're going to come back into the showcase once the actual showcase unit's on rotation. But one minor issue that is definitely going to pop up that I noticed here is Gohan's teams are a little limited right now in terms of his presence on 200% leader skills. I mean, we easily could run him on the Warrior Raised on Earth, Earthbred Fighter category team. Gohan does not get the 200%, but he at least would work incredibly effectively on that team for sure, right? But for the showcase, I of course want to get him under a 200% leader skill. So we could run him on LR Ultimate Gohan's team, but it doesn't really work great. There's not really like a super crazy, even like, you know, Dragon Ball superhero version of Goku, right? Because remember, we want Goku, Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, or Piccolo. One of the characters in this art right here, we want, because Gohan really does get, you know, big time buffs. Remember, not only does he stack more attack once he's actually getting the unit super attack, but he's stacking more defense too. He goes from a 20% attack and defensive stack on his 18 key to a 50% attack and 30% defensive stack on his unit super attack. So we do need a Goku, one of these characters. Goku, Dragon Ball superhero, is really not strong right now. The best would be AGL LR UI Goku, but I mean, he's a 2-year-old unit, right? So it's like Gohan, it's his own team right now is where we want to run this Gohan. That's not a problem in that, you know, Gohan's team is very good. I mean, look at the lineup we're rocking. This is, you know, pretty much as good as it gets. We're running a lot of the top LRs that have recently come out. So our HP, yeah, it's over 700k. Of course, it's crazy, but that is a minor issue at the moment. I feel like he doesn't really have the most setups ever. And even teams he is on, you do want to get one of these other characters here. Again, Tien, Yamcha, Krillin, Goku, or Piccolo. Right now, Tien and Krillin are completely dead in the game, right? Like, there's no good, like, Tien or Krillins basically at all. Yamcha does have a very strong unit, his Dokkan Fest. Goku, of course, has numerous good characters. And then Piccolo. Piccolo is in literally the best spot he has ever been in Dokkan history. Because, you know, we have Orange Piccolo, who's a top 3. He's in literally the highest tier of character, Orange Piccolo still is. He's on par with the 8th anniversary LRs at bare minimum. Then we have STR Piccolo, who is a god. You know, he's either the best banner unit or number 2 behind Android 8. And then we also now have the best free-to-play unit in the game, which is the EZA INT LR Piccolo. So that's good, right? But right now we're basically, to make this Gohan work at his best, we need Yamcha, Goku, or Piccolo, right? Since Krillin and Tien are completely dead. Alright, here we go. So now we have our GOAT, Kid Gohan, out here. Again, I think that STR Piccolo right here is probably going to be this Gohan's best friend if you don't have EZA INT LR Piccolo, which I imagine a large portion of the community is not going to have because, well, okay, I would advise you guys this. Listen, I know that World Tournament is the worst. Dude, we got it. I don't have, you know, no one is arguing different, but you do get a lot, all these EZA World Tournament characters, they might really all just be like the best free-to-play units in the game, these recent EZA World Tournament characters. And a lot of these characters you are going to get just by doing the missions. I cannot emphasize enough to you guys to do the missions, right? Like, you'll get the EZA INT LR Piccolo. You get a copy of him. I'd have to look up exactly what mission it is where you get him, but you do get a copy of him and all the other characters, too. Like, I would say it's pretty important. Oh, you get Piccolo at 20 million points. I would advise people, do as best as you can. At least try and get the 20 million points. Get that EZA Piccolo, right? And then, you know, just, I think the Bardock, the Goku, and Gohan, you're able to get copies of them just by winning as well, right? You get the Super Saiyan Goku at 10 times, Bardock at 15, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan at 20 times. It's a pretty big deal, I think. Those characters are really quite good. I know, again, World Tournament is the worst thing ever. Trust me, dude. But at least the characters from World Tournament are good now, right? EZA INT LR Piccolo is really, really good. You are going to want him, especially with this Gohan. So, all right, Gohan. 347k defense right here at the start. That's pretty good, right? I mean, we're not full level 10 links. We don't have All in the Family activated, right? We only are, you know, here with Gaze of Respect, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power from Orange Piccolo right here. Well, actually, Orange Piccolo doesn't have Gaze of Respect. So we're getting Gaze of Respect from STR Piccolo. You know, both of them have Fierce Battle, and then, of course, Legendary Power from Orange Piccolo here. Now, Gohan, we need to get Gohan's 18-key super attack, which will then give us stacking, and then also has a 30% damage reduction ability. Gohan is going to ramp up and become pretty ridiculous, I think, as we're building up. And remember, it's very important for Gohan to get that unit super attack. I think it's more important for Gohan to get the unit super attack than many of these characters we've seen recently, right? Because, again, not only is Gohan stacking more attack, but also more defense. So let's see. So Gohan is at 5.6 right there. That's definitely not that impressive, but I do think of Gohan more as a defensive character here, right? Like, we have the damage reduction on Cell. This intro is guaranteed, or this attack is guaranteed off of his intro, right? His intro buff is 4-key, 58% attack and defense, and then an additional attack that has a great chance of being a super for 6 turns. I've mentioned this in the 55% video, but there is a major flaw in Gohan's design. Gohan is very similar in how he's structured to, like, LR Final Form Cooler. The problem is that LR Final Form Cooler gets buffed when he attacks, which makes a ton of sense. But Gohan, despite the fact that he has a built-in additional from his intro, just like Cooler, and he gets a guaranteed additional, just like Cooler, Gohan has to get hit, right? Which is really, really stupid. Whereas Cooler only has to attack. Don't worry about this Gohan right here. This is not the showcase Gohan, right? That's rainbowed and stuff like that. So it doesn't really matter too much what he's doing. I want to focus on mine, the one that's rainbowed and stuff like that. Again, I went onto this team because it's like, this is where this Gohan is going to look at his best, besides being on Yamcha's team, but that's not the 200% leader skill, right? Hybrids, it just is not in the best spot right now, right? It's like Dragon Ball Super Pan, I feel like could link up decently with this kid Gohan and stuff like that, but she's not supporting this Gohan. She's supporting Superhero, right? Like you go through a lot of these hybrid options, they're just not what they once were. A lot of them have fallen off significantly with the 7th anniversary power creep, right? So hybrids, it's starting to build back up, right? We got LR Ultimate Gohan, and we have this LR DBZ Kid Gohan as well. That certainly strengthens it more, but, Pan is not really a hybrid buff. She's meant to be running the GT hero team. If you're going to use Pan, you really want to go for Pan's active skill. That's where her real value is. That's something to keep in mind, too. Okay, so Cell has a very little amount of health, so we'll probably slide Gohan in slot 1 right here just to get him the attack. Remember that this kid Gohan really is like a slot 2 character. That's so... Oh, actually, no, I can keep him in slot 2 right here. Okay, this is good. Yeah, because we're going to have everything active except for the Innocents and Z Fighters. Those are the 2 links we don't have active. Again, Gohan's link set here is the Innocents, Saiyan Warrior Race, All in the Family, Z Fighters, Gaze of Respect, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. That's what Gohan's link set is. It's up to 565k defense, pretty good, considering he has the damage reduction after he supers. But because he's getting the damage reduction after he supers, he really does have to be a slot 2 or 3 character. I think that this Gohan can be a great floating character, because I don't really... so Gohan, his buffs that he gets from being hit, by the way, he gets 1 ki up to 5, 8 defense up to 58% with each attack received. Then he gets another 58% attack after he gets hit the 5th time. And then he gets an additional super once he gets hit the 8th time. But I don't think it's even that wise to really care about those too much. And that's why I really like the dodge on him. I think dodge will work great on both of these Carnival LRs. Again, as I explained, I'm viewing these guys more as defensive characters. I like what both Goku and Gohan are able to do defensively. Offensively, it's just we've seen real offensive characters released recently, and this Gohan, the Carnival Gohan and Goku are not off. Like, dude, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, they could pretty easily drop a 12 into like a 9, and a 9 turn 1, right? Like very, very easily. That's like real damage. Gohan just doing like a 6 into a 4 into maybe another 4. It's like, congratulations, dude. Like, yeah, you tickled the boss. Very good. Very well done, right? Like, it doesn't really matter too much, I think, in terms of like Gohan and Goku like really aiming for their damage or getting hit. I feel like you're going to just get much better value out of these characters by focusing on their defensive abilities and their defensive, like making their defense a priority instead, I would say. These are absolutely characters, I think, building defensive. I think giving them the extra defense from equips is really solid, too. That bronze level defensive equip as well as the gold level defensive equip. I think that those can do wonders. Especially for Goku, he's got his guard. And then, of course, Gohan's defense really is quite important, too, alongside his damage reduction, right? Because remember, Gohan has 30% damage reduction, which is really good once you start to get to like 700k plus defense, right? Before that, like, I had my LR Super Saiyan Carnival Goku get one shot by Cell Max, basically in his best situation, right? So it's like getting all these stacks with Gohan and stuff like that. It really is very, very important for Gohan to sort of get to sort of his max effectiveness and his max power. Okay, so we have this rotation right here. Again, this will be pretty good. The other thing, too, about Gohan and needing him to get hit is at least Carnival Goku is a guarding character, right? He's guarding at the start, so you could potentially run him in slot 1 and stuff like that. This Gohan, we can run him in slot 1 right here because Cell is healing at the start, but most of the time, you can't choose where these attacks are going, and you really need to run Gohan in slot 2 or 3. So it's a huge design flaw with this character. He really should be getting his buffs when he attacks, which would incentivize and make additionals stronger on him, right? Because you would want to make sure he's getting his additionals to potentially get his buffs. But I don't know. Again, I'm just not really a fan of this Gohan being a slot 2 character and needing to get hit. The other thing about needing to get hit as a slot 2 character, you know, we've seen this by so many characters. There's, you know, the Gamma 1 has to get hit, Orange Piccolo has to get hit, this STR Piccolo has to get hit, Tech Carnival Goku has to get hit, Vegeta and Trunks have to get hit. Like, I could just keep going and going and going. There's so many characters now that need to get hit. It's like a lot of these teams, like, you're not going to be able to juggle all of them needing to get hit. It's not really going to work that well, I think. Alright, so we're going to continue to buff up with Piccolo here. I will be curious to see, like, if Cell supers. I feel like he's going to do, like, nothing to Gohan. And Gohan's 12-key super attack effect sucks, by the way. All he gets is 30% attack for 1 turn. It's pretty worthless, I think. If they wanted to make Gohan better, they could have given him a little bit of defense or something there. Maybe you could say, oh, it'll be too OP, but who cares, man? It's like, really give the additionals value. I don't... Unless it's, like, Orange Piccolo, or like STR Blue Kaioken Goku, or, you know, maybe the 8th anniversary LRs, usually I don't like building characters offensively. I have regretted building Blue Gogeta offensively every single day since I did it, right? But like Orange Piccolo, I've never regretted building him offensively. Same with the 8th anniversary LRs. I've had bad luck with them, but I have not regretted it, right? Because that's what their purpose is. Those are the big damaging characters that you need to do your damage. That's another thing too, is I think it's very important not to be baited into this, oh my god, damage mindset. Dodge is so bad. I do think it's a character by character basis, right? I don't think putting dodge on like Blue Kaioken Goku is probably very foolish, right? Like, no way. Or same with Orange Piccolo. But a lot of these characters can benefit from it because, you know, them doing additionals and crits is not saving you. It's like, you know, the 8th anniversary LRs critting on their Spirit Bomb, that's winning you the fight, right? Orange Piccolo getting 80 crits in his Orange Piccolo form is winning you the fight. This Gohan potentially critting on his 6 million super attacks is not winning us the fight, right? Although I guess his Grade 8 active skill could be pretty good. Depending upon how many super attacks we get beforehand, and if we also get the 5th hit received, to where he gets that extra 58% attack buff, I do think his Grade 8 form could do some pretty intense damage. Alright, enough of this. Let's just get him in slot 1. Let's really test this out. Let's see what we got right here. We could dodge a super attack, which would be pretty fire as well. I think on the next turn, I'm probably going to go ahead and tag Cell with the Great Ape Gohan ability, and we'll see how that's sort of going to work out. Okay, we got lucky that Cell didn't super attack right away. Yeah, only 5 million right there? It's just... Yeah, I do really wish that we were seeing higher damage numbers. Okay, this is good. So we could get supered. We did super attack first. We have his damage reduction. Yeah, pretty good. And then there's his attack buff. Perfect. So we got the attack buff right there. So now we can, you know, really have Great Ape Gohan next turn. Again, really, I think, lay the boom. I like this Gohan. I don't know how much I like him, though. How much do I like him? Like, do I think he's, like, super mega top tier? Like, is he... I don't know. Because I look at what he's doing defensively, like, on this turn, 600k defense with the damage reduction, he's definitely good. I think I need to do the full world tour for sure before I'm, like, really comfortable and confident in what they're doing. I'm just going to use this Gohan's active skill. I'm going to save the animation and stuff like that for my Gohan next turn. Now remember, when you use the active skill, you do become super effective against all types for the turn, which is definitely something helpful. Of course, you know, being full crits is much better, but I do think that so Goku gets his guaranteed crits for the turn on his active skill, which is really good, but Gohan stacking attack into the active skill really is just so much more powerful, even though Gohan is only super effective against all types on, you know, popping his active skill. I don't think stacking attack to me is really pointless unless the character has one of these attack active skills. That's when it's like, okay, yeah, let's hope that they're stacking attack. Right, that's why the 7th anniversaries could hit so hard. You know, Vegeta and Trunks, theirs can lay the boom. This is why Beast Gohan is not as powerful as he should be. Like, you know, we see, you know, the 8th anniversary Spirit Bombs dropping for like 80 million damage and stuff like that. You know, I sure wish that was Beast Gohan doing, you know, STR, you know, Blue Kaioken doing 50 million on the Spirit Bomb. I sure wish that's what Beast Gohan was doing, right? I can tell you that for free. You guys want to see what I'm talking about? Watch this. Let's go ahead and use Beast Gohan. Let me know. Do you guys think Beast Gohan will finish Cell right here? Yes or no? Let me get a quick yes or no down there. Yeah, see, that really is much better right there. Like 13 million without a crit and stuff like that. Again, if you really wanted to build Gohan, like, let's say you don't want to do dodge, I do think crit is probably the way you want to go with this character. Because many units that release these days have got crits built in. Hell, even the AGL Carnival Goku, he's got a lot of crit built in. Gohan actually does not have built-in crits. So if you don't like dodge, I would actually recommend crit for Gohan. Because then you could maximize his active skill, which, depending upon the fight, I do think his active skill can really lay the hammer, right? Like, if you're getting a lot of stacks, right, you've got, you know, your team with Piccolos and Gokus and Dokkan Fest Yamcha and stuff like that, Gohan will do a lot of damage here, and I would say crits. Gohan doesn't really gain anything from doing additionals, so I would, you know, rate crit over additional for Gohan in terms of what you want to do for his potential system, but I don't really value him that much as an offensive character anyway, so I did feel very comfortable giving Gohan the dodge. So there we go. I guess I will probably do... Let's do one more turn. Let me just skip ahead one more turn here. I think I do want to do one more turn of our boy Gohan, just sort of see the damage he's hitting. I do really like this Gohan. I don't know how good he is exactly, but he does feel very good to me. Alright guys, let's do this last turn with INT Kid Gohan right here. We do have a pretty solid rotation. We'll have a lot of links activated for our boy Kid Gohan. Yeah, see, this is where he does get very crazy. This Gohan, he really is another character, yet a 500 million billion trillionth character who really would eat a lot off of a super long, difficult content event. If we had, like if the toughest fight in the game was a 20-turn fight, this Gohan would be supreme in there. We now have a lot of characters like that. I just am not really so confident they're going to drop it anymore, right? Like, it's like, oh, they dropped this character and this character. For sure, they're going to do it. Well, what if they just never do, right? So, you know, I guess I just make the point that this Gohan is very dominant the longer the fight goes on, but, you know, are we ever going to get, like, a fight besides Red Zone Cell or Red Zone Shadow Dragons or Red Zone Full Power Frieza, one of these fights, right? So, we'll see. Okay, this should be a pretty good turn for our boy Gohan right here. We're at 24 key. We have most of our links activated. We do have his, we have his full passive just in terms of his stats, right? Like, we have the extra damage and stuff like that he does get from getting hit. So, let's see what this Gohan does. I think after this, I do want to get one more animation in here. I do want to get his other unit super attack actual animation in the video. I guess we might as well get, so we're up to 10 million right there. Maybe we should get just his normal 18 key as well. I think I might do that. I want to get his normal 18 key super attack animation in the video and the other unit super attack, which we can get when we're next to either a Goku, Tien, a Yamcha, or a Krillin, right? And remember that Gohan on these unit super attacks is also an AoE character. I don't think he would be the best for World Tournament, considering you have to be using a Piccolo, Goku, Krillin, Yamcha, or Tien. I mean, certainly, I think LR Krillin and, like, the Super Battle Road Reward LR Goku or Version Z Goku could be good World Tournament units, but Gohan's probably not the best. I'll do a video on LR Gohan for World Tournament, but he's probably not the best option for it, right? Alright guys, here's a rotation where we can get the unit super attack. again, remember, any Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, or Goku will activate it. You really do want to hit this, but the good thing is that because it just needs a Goku, right, there's going to be many situations where you will be able to get this, I think, very easily. I love this animation, too. This looks great. I wish we could see that a little bit more often, right? Like, the problem with this Gohan, I guess, another one, is that his normal 12 and 18 key supers feel very basic. It's the unit super attacks that really have the animations from the intro, right? So that's pretty good. Okay, let me just get his normal 18 key, and then I think we will finish up here. But I am really liking this, both Carnival LRs, actually. I think they're both really quite good. Alright, guys, so here I just want to get Gohan's normal 18 key animation, and we will finish up the video. So let me know what you guys think of the INT Carnival LR Gohan. I do like him. Again, I look at this guy more of as a defensive character. I feel like his damage, for the most part, is not going to be too crazy. Same with the Carnival Goku. But I think they can make strong assets on a lot of the teams that they're on. Gohan himself, I think, does need some more, like, setups for him. But he probably is going to get those. I'm not really too concerned, right? So, let me know what you guys think of the Part 2 Carnival LRs here for the 8th anniversary. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.